teachers, and honored guests. I want to start by thanking everyone for my 13 years of school, and especially those who made sure it wasn't 14. To my teachers, you have dedicated your time to getting us here today and showed lots of compassion for your students. My fellow graduates, you guys are sick, and it's been a great 3 years. Thanks to my family for how much they've supported me throughout my whole life, all the way until this point, and my mom, who gladly homeschooled me for 4 years. And who would have thought homeschooling would give a speech for this crowd? I did it. So, when I walked into high school, I was a kid who wore 17 different neon colors, which wasn't the coolest thing. So how did I get up here? And for those who don't know, when a mommy and a daddy love each other very much, I'm not going to talk about that. But actually, what choices did we make in order to make it to this point in our lives? Whether we feel as though we get the honor of being here, or we're just here because it's life, we're here. So since I've been blessed with the ability to talk to you about whatever I want, I'm going to do that. High school has been a blast, and I'm happy to spend it with all of you guys. That was yummy. My best way to explain high school is the most organized mess I have ever experienced. When we walked into school, there was like 400 people, and nobody knew where anything was. And we all didn't know each other's names. But we all got where we were going to get, so that's good. So we all had a choice. How hard were we going to work to get what we wanted out of high school? And after being homeschooled for 4 years, I was sick and tired of just being home with none of my friends. No offense, Mom. When I came into school here, I really actually just wanted to keep to my friends that I already had. But then I was presented with the opportunity to audition for the improv team. I did audition, and I made it. And from there, I made the choice to pursue my passions and to get involved with others. We are all presented with choices, where one way would be easier, and the other way might be way harder. Taking risks leads to good times and bad times, and for me, the majority of my bad times have led to my pants ripping. My pants rip right when they're not supposed to, and at all the wrong times. But then again, when is there a good time for pants to rip? So, in our grade 11 year, I was involved in a school play in Alice in Wonderland, as you heard earlier. Moments before, I was going to go on as Humpty Dumpty, and we did what any other group of actors would do, have a dance party. Why? Because it just happens. So, I'm having a pretty good time doing the rad dance moves any really white boy does. Right in the center, and I'm doing the burn-in, and for those who don't know, that's what it's like. So, I'm going, and it's pretty great, and and all of a sudden, that all too familiar sound just comes to your ears, and it just like, right down the center of my pants, and I almost splashed everyone in the room. But, thanks to the fact that this happens every other week, I just slapped my legs together and walked right out. Now, the best part was the fact that we kind of needed to be on in 5 minutes, so I really didn't know what to do. But what ended up happening was 2 AAs came and helped me. I took off my pants in the room, and I gave the pants to them when they weren't looking. And then they sewed my pants together while I was just standing there waiting for them. Ultimately, the show did go on, and everything was okay. And I got an award for it. The Winnie the Pooh Award, for when you find yourself thinking with no pants on. So, this situation is pretty small and not that big of a deal. My pants rip all the time, I'm used to it. But when it first happened, it got me pretty ticked off, because every 2 months, my parents would have to drop another $100 on another 5 pairs of pants. So that never really was the best thing in the world. But then I'm presented with another choice. Do I let the bad things get me down? Or do I suck it up and have a good time? We as graduates have all had to work through the hard things. Some of us study 24/7 in order to get the best mark possible. Not me. Some of you practice long and hard so you can give it all to your sports teams. And we all worked hard to make a difference in our lives and the lives of others. We all deserve to say it because we made it here. Maybe not how we expected, but we are here. Now, not all choices have to deal with hand security. Some choices are much more serious and difficult. I want to tell you another story that happened a long time ago. It's a story about a girl. This girl had felt rejected her whole life. She didn't really feel that she belonged anywhere, and she didn't. That was really hard on her. Because of that, she really struggled and really couldn't see a bright future ahead of her. And when she was 16, she ended up getting pregnant. I know this is a really touchy subject, but it's something I want to actually get across, and please just wait for a moment. She felt very afraid, and that this was a mistake that she couldn't recover from. She felt and believed that nobody would be there for her, and she felt that she had ruined the child's life before it had even taken its first breath. The dreaded reality was that to her and everyone else, there was no hope for this child. And even though everything now looked as though she was going to fail, it was time to make a choice. Things had not gone the way that she wanted them to. She was a school dropout who was going to have a kid by the age of 17. Instead of crumbling at all this adversity that surrounded her, she could fight. And she felt very strongly that she needed to make the choice to fight, so that she could make a good life for this child no matter what it took. And she went against all the odds and fought for this child. She looked at the situation, and she felt that she would do whatever it takes to make sure that this child would succeed and be loved. She wanted to give this child a good life. And this girl succeeded because she is my mother, and I am that child. My mom chose to fight, and she decided that she would do the absolute best she could, even if it looked impossible to her and others. I stand before you as an example. Our lives are defined by how we handle adversity and by the choices we make every single day. Life isn't just about taking what's easy and just going down the easy road, because life is about loyalty, perseverance through the hard times, being honest no matter the cost, and caring for one another when we are weak. We are all going to go down our separate ways, and whether that's building our careers, or having a home, or family, creating lifelong friendships, or following our passions. With all of this comes discipline, selflessness, and courage to do what you know is right. Search for wisdom and have integrity. The tools in front of us are limitless, but are we willing to take hold of them in order to succeed at when the things we do look impossible? I really wanted to say this to you because this grad class means a lot to me. And we've been through a lot together, and it's been a ton of fun. But life, again, is not easy. So please, just don't let life fly by, but rather fight for the best outcome possible. Thank you for allowing me to come by, and congratulations to my fellow graduates. Life has just